If you went ahead and chose Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Over the last few months or several months, you could have noticed yourself trying new things, if this is new hobbies or even just new ways of thinking. I'm being drawn to the number 4 here, and in numerology, whenever we see 4, we are to think of ways to set our structure and to really contemplate and think about how we can set our foundation for the future, or set a strong foundation for new ways of being, new ways of living, new ways of experiencing life. This card is actually really beautiful and remarkable because of all of the different colors. It really touches on the green, which of course brings us into the heart chakra, but then also staying very rooted and grounded with the red. And then of course the solar plexus yellow coming forward with our personal intentions and finding our will and finding our drive to be true to ourselves. Be fearless and bold. You may have been stepping out of your comfort zone. You may have been meeting new people or just doing things in a different way. If you find that you're someone who is full of certainty, you like to have a very clear and clean cut plan and way of doing things on a day-to-day, you may have found in the last few weeks that you've stepped out of that and your days have been structured differently. Maybe you found yourself working out and going to the gym at different times, or getting out of certain texting patterns with friends or with family. I'm also even seeing that maybe you've tried new dishes and you've tried different things on your palate. Even if it's a restaurant you go to often, there could have been something different that you went and tried out in the last few weeks as well. For the months ahead, what is it that pile 1 can expect? Or has already started to come in? It's so funny because when I shuffle decks and when I shuffle cards, I very much count on my clairaudience to direct me with which cards to gather. And very naturally, my hand was going to specific ones that my eyes were picking up on, but clairaudiently, I kept hearing no, no, no. And I really paused to tune into that for a second, and what this is giving me is maybe a little bit of hesitancy. This could be really specific for someone. Hesitancy in seeing what is to come, maybe being fearless and bold, maybe stepping out of your comfort zone over the last few months has made you feel like you're on a rocky plane, or the path ahead isn't as flat or as sturdy as you're used to or as you like. So that's okay. All change can be, how do I say, maybe a little bit challenging at first, but let's just see what is in store. So positive movement forward, beautiful. Deception and envy in reverse. For my reversals, I really like to just pay a little bit of extra attention to the message. Firm foundation, perfect. Number 4. Ooh, the throat chakra, paying close attention to that. And then material harvest, wonderful. We'll go ahead and flip these. Dietary change. So many beautiful things coming up from the first section is popping up. Heavenly signs. That's so funny. Getting ready to sit down and record, there was something coming up inside of me about signs and synchronicities. And if you've noticed specific numbers perhaps, or maybe you have a special sign between you and God, look out for that over the next few weeks. This is really going to help you understand that you're on track. If there's any questions you have, or if you're looking for any added support, added guidance, ask for the signs. If it helps you, know that you're staying on track, but more importantly, really trust the signs that God and your loved ones and spirit are providing for you. Get some rest. Seeking and finding. Just gonna make sure this is all in the screen here. Okay, awesome. That's so nice. Thank you. Okay, so seeking and finding. Okay, so let's start over here with the positive movement forward, firm foundation, and material harvest. And I'm also noticing and get some rest and seeking and finding. Oh, and of course, we'll put that right near heavenly signs. So I see a lot of movement forward, and clairvoyantly, it's like this stop and go type of energy that's around it. So on some days, you may feel that things are happening extremely fast for you. Like the brakes of your own car aren't working, and that's metaphorical. That's just symbolism that I was receiving. It's like it's so fast that you just can't stop. And then on other days, there's going to be moments where you're just resting and you have the time and you have that moment to just soak in everything that's around you. I'm seeing you having an opportunity to really get outside and to really just surround yourself in nature. I wanted to say almost silence, but I don't feel like silence is the key for you. I feel like you'll have an opportunity to get out to a public park. I think nature is key. It doesn't have to be a silent retreat in the middle of the mountains, but what I'm seeing for you is having that laughter, having that joy of others around you, but you just spending your time in nature. The element of air is going to be extremely important for you over the next few weeks. This is really going to help to just brush off and clear away any energetic stagnancy that has been on you. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but any stagnancy that you may have felt yourself in. So get outside, drive with the windows down, open up your windows to your home, really allow for fresh air to blow in and blow away and get away the old so that you make space for the new. Positive movement forward. I see for over the next few weeks, you're going to have a lot of aha moments. These aha moments are really going to inspire you. It's going to inspire you to do something different, to be fearless and to be bold. And I'm watching and hearing that now is the time to keep moving forward. There's no need to keep yourself behind a door anymore. So maybe you've been thinking about coming forward with a new project or coming forward to friends with a creative idea. Maybe you want to collaborate with those in your community. Just don't hold yourself back over the next few weeks. If anything, the experiences that are going to come into your lap are only going to inspire you further to keep on going. This deception and envy and the throat chakra, those both came to us upside down. So for myself, I'm just going to pay a little bit of extra attention to those. Be really mindful of any nagging thoughts that you have in your mind to keep yourself in old ways and old patterns. Use your discernment to the max over the next few weeks and ask for any added insight on maybe friends or maybe family members that are trying to keep that door shut when you're ready to really experience something different and invite new things or new creative projects into your life. Really use your discernment, and I'm just seeing you're going to, I don't want to call it luck because I want to, it feels so much sturdier than luck. It feels like you've been through the same motions over and over and over again, that now you've gotten to the point where you understand that people's behaviors are what they are, and they will no longer hold you back from anything. Your firm foundation. I'm watching you sit and journal, even if you don't like to. Okay, no. Firm foundation. So I'm watching you sit and journal, and you're asking yourself what you like to do in your day and how you can fit those things into your day. For example, I absolutely love working out. I love working out. It sets up my day. I see a friend. I feel so exhilarated when I'm done. I really love lifting weights. I love running on the treadmill. And in the other part of my life, when I'm not sitting and doing readings, I'm also working at a golf club. And at the time I'm filming this, we're just finishing with opening up the club for the summertime. And it has been absolutely hectic. So hectic that my morning gym routine kind of got pushed off to the side, and I was working out or going for extra walks as often as I could, but I really got out of that strong, sturdy, structured morning. So what I'm seeing is just this sitting down, writing out what it is you enjoy to do in your day, or what you want to be fearless and bold in doing to do during your day, and really scheduling in a few different ways and a few different times that you can make those things happen. There is certainly a really great thing that happens to us when we're in this flow state, but the same can be received really well when we are put into an organized, certain, linear place or state as well. And this firm foundation is really going to help bring out a higher intuitive aspect to yourself while also keeping you extremely grounded to the earth. Material harvest. There could be some of you looking to save a little bit of money, or I'm seeing even putting some money away over the next few weeks. Saving a bit of money and maybe investing a little bit of money. But I'm also seeing that added money and extra money is going to be coming into you during this time as well. I think there's something really important to mention, that monetary value or monetary things that come into us isn't necessarily maybe an extra $20 bill, but it could be in the form of someone offering to purchase you a drink or to get you lunch when you go out. So just, keep tabs, if you will, or if it interests you, and write out how much is gifted to you, and you'll see over the next few weeks just how much that adds up and how much monetary value in gifts you're receiving. Speaking of gifts, there could be someone in your life to give you a special gift over the next few weeks. That looks really nice. I'm seeing some jewelry. I'm seeing going out for ice cream with friends or with a partner. Oh, okay, wonderful. I just bounced back over here to the throat chakra. It just in regards to, remember I was mentioning about using your discernment and really not allowing anyone in your life, including yourself, to hold yourself back from being fearless and being bold, stepping into new territory and trying new things. Really speak up for yourself when you know that it's right to. There is a lot of healing actually happening on the throat chakra over the next few weeks for you. I'm just seeing, and this could be really specific for someone, but I'm seeing like a tightness in the throat. Maybe you in particular, you've been feeling tight in the throat, or it's been feeling dry. Maybe you've had a random cough. This is all just old energy clearing out and making way for the new. I touched briefly on creative projects within your community or with your friends. And the throat chakra is one of those things that we do use in a lot of our creative endeavors, even if it is communicating with ourselves how we want to move on the dance floor, or what we want to say in lyrics to a song, or how we want to communicate our vision on the canvas. The throat chakra is such an important, strong chakra we use for all creative endeavors. So I spoke a little bit about the heavenly signs and asking for signs and really believing in and having faith that those signs are provided for you. It's over the next few weeks, I'm really seeing you shaking off any disbelief that you are in direct contact with your higher self, with God, with Source, your loved ones in heaven. The signs you receive really are for you. And you know, if I can just pause here for a quick moment, there's something really special about receiving signs and just recognizing that communication you have between yourself and with God, with Source. And it's one of those things where it's really important to nurture that line of communication, however it is you want to do that. For myself, I always give thanks. I always talk to the energy that surrounds me all the time. Like it's a friend sitting beside me, because the energy that I communicate with really is. And so it's in any way that you want to nurture and recognize and really let the universe know that you are receiving what it's putting out to you. Do that. Seeking and finding. What you are seeking is also seeking you. What you're finding is also trying to find you. If that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what you're trying to find, there it is. What you're trying to find is also trying to find you. This actually could be, for yourself, something extremely literal. You might have lost something over the last few weeks past. Whatever that is, you will find it, or it could be a complete surprise. Kind of like, you know, when you're tidying up your space and you end up finding something in the cushion of your couch. Something like this is really going to surprise you, or in the nooks and crannies of the car. It's like pulling out, again, I'm going back to the $20 bill. It's like pulling out a $20 bill in last fall's coat. Something like this is going to come up for you in the next few weeks. Dietary change. I was talking to my mom on the phone earlier. She's traveling right now with my dad, and she was just talking about summer and how she's so excited about the fruits and the vegetables that the summertime provides. And, you know, she just makes such an amazing point when I stop to consider that. So if you are in that summertime, I guess, environment where it is that you live right now, really, really, really like sink your teeth into the beautiful fruits and vegetables that you have access to, especially if there's a farmer's market that's close by. That's really nice. And getting some rest. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm really picking up on just this overall energetic, I guess, boost or downloads and energetic upgrades happening in your life right now. So just speaking to having a plan, but then also being able to pick up on what it is coming your way outside of that plan. If it's a 15-minute nap or taking a day out of your week and doing absolutely nothing, whatever it is you need to do over the next few weeks just to make sure that you're getting some rest, go ahead and do that. So over here, let's pull a card and one more. We're gonna pull from the self-care deck, and this is going to be for what is happening, or how can you nurture the relationship with yourself. Connect with the earth. Okay, that's fantastic. That's exactly what I was seeing when it comes to getting outside, connecting to the earth, but remember also really allowing for that element of air, wind, to really cleanse your energy and to uplift you. Next, we have look to the stars. And we have clean your space. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm really picking up on, just with these two cards to start, I'm really picking up on this need to move around old energy. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always always resorted to moving around the furniture in my space. If it's anywhere, really, anywhere in my space, if I live in that space, I'm always moving my furniture. My bedroom, for example, it never looks the same throughout the year. It changes at least 4 times. There's something about cleaning the space and moving the furniture around that really allows for that energy to get shifted and for our intuition actually to clarify as well. When we clean the space, this really helps our clairsentience. This is the ability to pick up messages through the physical self. So if you hear something that you consider to really align with you, your whole body might rush with goosebumps. So having a clean space really gives clarity to the mind, but it also allows for the body to feel. This is something that is helpful for our intuition. It's never anything that will deter us or be too much for us, if I can say that. If you do find that your intuition speaks a little too loudly through your body, then it's a really great idea to connect with the earth and just to ground yourself, clear and reset your energy as often as possible. When it comes to looking at the stars, there's a couple of messages in here for you. Start understanding and looking into moon energy and the different cycles of the moon. And then if astrology in particular is something that you feel gravitated towards over the next few weeks, it could be a really interesting time to study astrology, to study signs, combinations of and qualities of the astrological signs. There's actually some really fun decks that can help you get started on astrology and understanding astrology. And then also Udemy, I've come across amazing courses on there as well to get started with astrology. Okay. So what's also happening in your relationship to self with your personal growth? Okay, new beginnings. I love this for you. Emotional withdrawal, perfect. And then movement, choices, and decisions. And this is coming in the reverse. Yeah, this is really just confirming that the new is coming. The new is on its way. Be fearless and bold with anything and everything that might be outside of your comfort zone. I'm hearing it's just time to shake things up. It's time to live your life differently to what you've been used to over the last few years. Maybe you're coming out of hermit mode. Maybe you've noticed there's a lot of differences that are possibly unsettling between you and friends. It's time to withdraw. It's time to move away from opinions, move away from groups, maybe move away from the community in some senses, even if that's with family or friends, to just kind of cocoon yourself a little bit more, to get clear on what it is you want, what type of foundation you want to set for yourself, what kind of structure you want to put into place. This is going to require decisions and choices, and it's going to require you to possibly make different decisions and choices that you're used to. But now is the time, right? Now is the time to move forward and not keep yourself behind closed doors. I don't want that to sound contradictory. I don't want that to sound like I'm contradicting the messages, because I understand over the next few weeks, I said at the beginning, oh, now is the time. Don't hold yourself back, but also use your discernment, and really tune into and pay attention to anyone's opinions that could be swaying you and keeping you stuck, like I was mentioning before. Your emotional withdrawal, right now just might be the time for those new beginnings to connect with the earth and to just have some quiet time with yourself to make sure that you're staying true to yourself in anything and everything it is that you want to pursue for your heart and for your soul. Okay, so all right, so let's go over to this deck and let's see what's happening with your friends and family over the next few weeks. Okay, we have pleasure. Wonderful. The masculine. Ooh, look at all those moons. And it's the last one. And focus. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I'm seeing for some, and my apologies if these are so crooked right now and all over the place. I can't see, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm seeing for some, there could be like a pretty severe split down the middle, a severe split between having friends that you find a lot of grounding with, a lot of joy, and a lot of great opportunity with, but then some friends where they're kind of presenting themselves like the thorns on a rose. I have to take a big breath after that. Yeah, there is something over the next few weeks where I'm just seeing it's kind of like a sorting and sifting and organizing trial between you and a few people in your life. I definitely see you keeping your distance from a select few that's in your life, but with that distance between you and that person or those people, it's actually drawing you closer to those that really respect you and love you and want to be a part of your positive growth. In fact, I'm also seeing you're going to be really, really inspiring to those people that love you and respect you and want to know what's happening in your life. You can share your cards. You can not, don't hold your cards so close to your chest with those people that you do feel that warmth from. However, like I said, you will be moving away from others that just feel cold and frigid and not very nurturing towards you. With this masculine card, I'm also noticing just this aggressive, look on this man's face. It's appearing to be aggressive to me today. Oh, look at that. And my thumb just moved and we have two people down here. So that's really interesting. I feel like this is, and with this bright, bright, bright light shining over top of that person's head, I feel like this is you getting really close to one of your friends and walking away from maybe a masculine, maybe it is a girlfriend of yours in your life, like a female friend, maybe a female partner that has a lot of masculine traits. These traits can be identified as someone who is always doing, always giving, always working really, really hard and not in receiving mode. So if that's giving opinions, doing things to keep busy all the time, things like this. And then your focus with friends and family. It really is like a yin and yang situation here, in terms of you're going to feel so warm and so good with one group of your friends and family, that aspect of your life, but then that other aspect, it's drifting away. It's just falling away. And now is the time to focus on what feels good, to focus on what illuminates your life in really positive and loving ways, and just allowing for everything else that isn't working for you to fall away, to drift away. Okay. And now let's go into romance. So the first part, let's talk to those that don't have a partner. Okay, so for the singles out there, retreat, codependency, heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, where are we going to start? Heart-to-heart conversations. Oh, okay, lovely. So for all of the singles, am I seeing romance coming in over the next few weeks? No, I don't. But that's fantastic, because it's just going to allow you to nurture the relationship with you that you have with yourself even more. Before anyone, you know, comes at me, I suppose is the way to put it. If you have been in a situation where you've been single for quite some time, I mean, you're singing in the choir, preaching to the choir. Is that the saying? I've been single for quite some time myself. So just, this heart-to-heart conversation and just having that patience and really nurturing the relationship that you have with yourself even more, I can assure you will only grow the light inside of you so much brighter that it will attract really bright light in return. It's so interesting because I'm also seeing with that bright light analogy, I was also seeing like flies coming to the light. So this is where the discernment and, not getting thrown by deception comes into play, because that light will attract all of the things. So, being really mindful of those in your life that have codependent tendencies. Maybe that person is also you. Maybe you're turning to others thinking that they're going to solve if it's emptiness or the problems or that space you experience, like a quietness with yourself. Really having heart-to-heart conversations with yourself and really being clear on maybe how codependent behaviors or relationships started in your life in the first place, and what you can do to build the confidence in yourself even more to be independent of anything or anyone for your happiness. These heart-to-heart conversations and just having patience to grow the light within, but also using your discernment when that light attracts anyone, is going to be very crucial and essential to your personal growth and your romantic sense in the next few weeks. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Ooh-wee. Okay, I'm seeing if you're on dating sites, it's time to unplug and not go in them. Yeah, and that's okay. Just take a break. Have a Kit Kat. Just enjoy your own time. Enjoy your own time. There's no rush. Oh, there's no rush. Take it from me. There is absolutely no rush. It will come and it will happen. But until that time does come, it's definitely in really great practice to take care of yourself first. Okay, so what's up for those in a relationship over the next few weeks? What is in store for pile number one in a relationship over the next couple of weeks, few weeks. Last one. So those who are in a relationship, hitched, what's happening? Ooh, flirt. I love that. Calling in your soulmate. I love that. True love. Ooh, children. Okay, cool. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay, I love this. Okay. Whew. Let's take a big breath. Let's take a big breath, and I'm actually going to take a sip of water. Let's do that too. Alrighty. So this flirt, calling in your soulmate, and true love. And this portion is for those in a relationship. So for some, I'm seeing, you know, in a relationship, but lightly dating. I'm also seeing if you've been in a relationship for quite some time over the last, you know, few or several years, you're either going to feel very flirty this month with your partner, or just really flirty in general. Let's talk about that for a little bit, because I think this flirty personality you're going to be experiencing is actually going to just not only have you being more desirable to others, but really desirable to yourself. Like you're just gonna feel so uplifted with yourself. You're gonna feel beautiful. You're like really coming across as the life of the party with those that you feel safe around. You feel safe and nurtured and cared for. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah, of course. Like it's good to, it will be good for you to be flirty, you know, but gently. No, that's not the word. That's not the way to put it. Flirt without repercussions is what I was just hearing. So calling in your soulmate and true love. Okay, so this is coming up for those that have been in a relationship or kind of lightly dating around here and there, just a little bit. What this has done is it's actually putting in motion your soulmate coming in closer to you. So if you are dating someone and your own intuitive nature has kind of been, you know, putting up a couple of flags or letting you know that maybe this or this doesn't feel right or seem right. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, everything needs to be perfect and avoid all challenges at all costs. That's impossible and actually not very healthy at all. But if there's something your intuition is communicating to you and giving you signs about your current, the current person you're dating, you know, listen to your intuition. And I'm just saying, I don't want to ruin anything out there, but I am just saying that this is a time in your life where your soulmate is coming in sooner. If that's through extra flirting, or just like that natural draw, that natural magnetic force that brings soulmates together. Yeah, this could be happening. So I'm just seeing, like, if you're, I'll say it because maybe this is something that you've been saying, like, I'm not nailed down, like I'm not fully committed. If you're not married and you don't feel fully committed or like nailed into a relationship with someone, this could be a time right now where a soulmate is just like magnetized towards you. And true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. So I just saw like a coin flipping on the opposite side of this coin. If you are just on cloud nine, flirt and flirt and flirt with your boo. as much as you want, and that flirting is going to be reciprocated, and you could actually be someone who is really, really, really feeling this relationship, and like the intuition of possibly another, like a soulmate coming in and not being, and the relationship you're in now is not necessarily the one for you. Trust the signs, trust your intuition to guide you and to let you know that you actually are in such a beautiful, solid relationship with a great foundation that has been set. With those watching this reading, for the romance portion inside of a relationship, there were a lot of different scenarios that were coming up. So over the next few weeks, I cannot stress enough how using your own intuition is going to be extremely helpful for you. Children, your love life is being affected by children. I'm just hearing for someone that it's time to sit down and to have the conversation. Have the conversation. Ask the questions. Ask if they're interested in having children. This is very specific, but you'll know if this is for you, because I'm just receiving, if you wait that much longer or any longer, you're going to get too far and you're going to feel that much more disappointed if you don't have that conversation sooner than later. Okay, so I'm just going to check, is there anything else that you should anticipate to happen or come to pass over the next few weeks? Let's go to the Animal Spirit deck. Oh, this is so nice. I'm really enjoying this. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my first pick a card reading that I'm recording. I've been reading for clients for years, and I've been clairvoyant ever since I was young. Like my earliest memories go back, I was 3 years old, 4 years old. I've been a clairvoyant, and anyways, so yeah, this is the first reading I've recorded. Here we go. Sweet results await. This is for anything else that you should anticipate to happen or come to pass over the next few weeks. So sweet results await. And the number of this is 7. There really, really is something about your discernment tuning, your intuition clarifying, you really listening to who you need to keep a 10-foot pole between when it comes to you and other individuals, and doing the things that make you happy. This quiet time that you're going to have is going to be extremely beneficial for you, but then also not entirely hermiting and being with your friends and those that you feel nurtured by, that you feel loved and cared and supported by. This is going to be a very prosperous, very exciting time for you. Yeah, sweet results await. I'm hearing just to pull a charm, so let's see what comes out. Okay, so we have a star. Ooh, we have a cloud. Dream, 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 dream. We have a love locket and a green star. So a lot of heart chakra happening. Ooh, and that snowflake. I remember saying something about, like just be careful. And it was right by the stinger too. Be careful of those that feel very like cold and frigid around you over the next few weeks. Just use your discernment, use your intuition. There's nothing to be, afraid of. But use your intuition to help you guide you and navigate how you should handle certain relationships. And yeah, there you go. There you have it. Amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe if you would like. I'll be doing some more readings. And yeah, have a very beautiful next few weeks, and I will speak with you soon. Bye-bye. If you've chosen group number 2, which is Draft Spirit, see the big picture. In terms of your energy over the last few weeks, seeing the big picture, I understand that maybe you're someone who has been able to read other people in your life a little more clearly. You can hear what someone is saying when they're using different words. How do I explain that? So often in life, people will say one thing, but they mean something differently, or they'll say one thing, but really what they're communicating is something differently. I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so I was with my brother and it was over the weekend, and I left a bottle in the sink, and the bottle, it had soap in it. I needed to, I wanted to wash it out. It had that smell in it, you know, the smell that some water bottles get. So it had the smell in it. I put soap in it. I left it in the sink, and I went to an appointment and I came home. And when I came home, he was cooking dinner, and I asked him, I said, is there anything I can do to help? Like, what can I do? And he he was in a right mood, and he said, well, it'd be nice if I had a clean working surface. And I gestured over to the water bottle, and I'm there, do you mean the water bottle in the sink? And from there, it just turned into a conversation that I'm not so proud happened. And in sharing this experience with you, what was going on was just from other conversations we've had in the past, he's flat out expressed to me that he feels life is more peaceful without me around. And I don't mean to laugh. Maybe I'm laughing because energy is moving through me, or I don't feel embarrassed. I don't know why I'm laughing. I mean, it's not funny. It is actually funny now because I've worked through the trauma of it, but I am telling you, for years, it was not funny. Like, no one likes to hear that they're in the way, which is what I'm getting to. So for me, I was coming home, and my love language is connection. I love to connect with people. I love, you know, a no cell phone conversation. I love a great conversation and just being one-on-one with others. And so by asking him how I could help, I was really looking to connect. And by him shutting me down on that and basically telling me I'm in the way because he sees my water bottle there, and take it from me, he wants none of my things around. This is what I heard in return. We ended up having a conversation about it later, but this is what I'm saying. When people say one thing, they're really communicating something else. And sometimes it could be that they're communicating something nicer. Sometimes it could mean that they're communicating something pretty harsh. What I've noticed in your energy over the last few weeks is you're able to see more clearly through people. Your third eye is more open. You aren't taking maybe slack or maybe feedback from others that could have been hurtful too personally. There's this saying, hurt people. But I don't like to fall into that saying. For me, it's more like hurt people say hurtful things, and we get to choose if we're going to be hurt by those things or if we're just going to recognize the hurt within them. Seeing the bigger picture, the giraffe with its super long neck, it has like almost a bird's eye view, right? So over the last few weeks, you could have noticed your intuition heightening a little bit. This is drawing me into someone who could be waking up in the morning, remembering more of their dreams, being visually awakened over the last few weeks, and just overall sensitive to other people, receiving knowings without explanation. Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards to see what you can expect over the upcoming month, like over the next few weeks. I'm really picking up on this being my pile of those who are on a very clear spiritual journey, that have you know, you have been doing spiritual work, spiritual growth. It's something that interests you. It's not something you back away from. You have a lot of spiritual strength. So let's see what is coming up for you. We have hope. Oof, accelerated motion. There it is. This is so exciting. I'm picking up right now. I just want to pause here. I don't, it depends. Sometimes I pause in cards, sometimes I don't. But here it's almost like this desire, this want, this need for a heightened intuition has been expressed by my number twos. And this is what is happening for you. Over the next few months. You know, right now I'm filming this just before the month of June. And what's interesting is I'm seeing this super bright yellow and just thinking about that summer month and just all of the passion, right? Like that summer heat and that passion that comes forward. The next few weeks are going to be really, really, really quick. I'm clairvoyantly seeing the Chariot card, and this is all about speed, fast movement, things coming in really quickly for you. I want to communicate, I'd like to communicate that you are protected. If this is something that, you know, puts you at ease at hearing, you have a lot of spiritual protection surrounding you, swirling all around you. There isn't anything that you could experience that I want to say like that will harm you or deter you in any way over the next little bit. It's really beautiful. Okay, material and spiritual prosperity. It came in reverse. I'm hearing not taking that in reverse. When I do see some reversals, we pay extra attention to it. Spiritual prosperity. This is so exciting. Trapped in fear in reverse. Any fear you may have, any fear that you may have, or any fear that you may start to experience over the next little bit, imagine energy as like soda bubbles. So, you know, all of the bubbles in a soda drink or in a pop, resting kind of like in the core of your tummy and just coming up, and then clearing and passing. This is what's going on right now. So if you notice, maybe not necessarily fear, but feelings of unease or discomfort in any way, maybe a bit of depression, maybe a little bit of anxiety, surrender and just let it be what it is. This too shall pass is what I'm hearing. It will pass. And I'm to reassure you, it's like sunny days ahead. This is, you know, the feeling, the discomfort, the depression, the anxiety, feelings like this. This is my spiritual group, so I'm sure you know it's a part of the process. And if we can just go with it and feel like as awful as we need to feel, it will pass. And you will be seeing light at the end of that tunnel. We have the heart chakra. We have spiritual strength. You are just, foundation and achievements. This is so exciting. The next month, the next few weeks is so exciting for you. Oh my gosh, I love this. Your spiritual strength, we're going to leave it in reverse because this is something to really anticipate, really look forward to. The heart chakra, I just see like this opening. Imagine like a really beautiful garden in full bloom. This is what I'm seeing happening with your heart chakra. And then of course we have the third eye chakra, which is absolutely so fitting. If you can remember bits and parts of your dreams when you wake up, right now is a time to really take in all of the different details of things. If it's different textures, different colors, really paying attention to the details in your surroundings. And I'm also hearing for you and actually seeing it clairvoyantly, keep your ears open, like listen for things because your clairvoyance is sharpening right now as well. I remember because I have been clairvoyant and it's so interesting, my journey did I mention I'm not sure. I was just going to say I didn't mention it in pile number 1, but now I'm now I'm second guessing myself. I'm unsure. Anyways, I'm recording this at the end of my day today. Where was I going with that? That's so interesting. I love a little fumble in my thoughts. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I was going with that. I'm sure if it's important, if my little story moment was important, it will come back for me. Okay, no more from there. And let's pull from the Life Changes deck for the next few weeks ahead of you. What can you expect? Okay, just those 3. Decisions, self-care, and healing from the past. Okay, amazing. So nice. All right. So nice. Can be a little bit uncomfortable, but not necessarily. So healing from the past. Over the next few weeks, you could really notice things making a little bit more sense from your childhood. Someone around you will say something or can say something that will just spark within you or bring up within you things that should no longer go unlooked at from your childhood. Just keep an open mind over the next little bit and just allow. Oh, I remember what I was going to share. Allow for yourself to hear what it is you need to hear and to see what it is you need to see clairvoyantly. Meditation is going to be a really important aspect of your journey right now. You might want to, take a day, a week, and sit for 20 minutes when you can get a little bit more introspective, but just sitting for a few minutes a day to clear your mind and allow for that inner healing to happen will be really great for you. So I remember the story I was going to share when I was picking up on the fact that your clairaudience, your inner hearing, really wants to come forward right now. I remember when I started really tuning into and reading for clients. This is a few years ago. I've been a clairvoyant my entire life, but I only started reading cards and doing energy healings and readings a few years ago. And I remember saying to God, I said, I really just want to hear full sentences from you. I really want my inner hearing to be as strong as my inner sight. And of course, through the healing journey, the more I healed, the more my faith in God grew, and the clearer my intuition became, the clearer that line of communication between me and the universe, me and Jesus became. So while you are working on your intuition, know that your third eye is opening. All of your intuitive channels are opening. The more we connect to healing the self, the more we connect to self, the more clear our intuition becomes. So never put a pause on that journey, but also give yourself grace and realize that you don't have to be so determined to be in this quote unquote healing state at all costs, or at all costs. Okay, let's stick with that. Or at all times. Take it from me, your own personal journey, just the path you walk on a day-to-day basis will give you plenty of opportunity for spiritual growth. Self-care and decisions. This is so interesting because at first I didn't see them as being paired with one another, but right now I do. It's time to make decisions for you that are really going to serve your path for right now. So I'm seeing decisions. Someone might have to make a decision to go to bed a little bit earlier so that they can get the rest their physical body needs for these upgrades. Decisions around who to spend time with and who to keep a little bit more distance between, decisions with the media that you listen to, if it's certain influencers on social media, if it's certain artists that you listen to in your music rotation, making decisions that are going to inspire your self-care and your wellness and your well-being is going to be very, very important for the next upcoming weeks. We're going to go ahead and see from the self-care deck what you can work on. Pile number 2. Okay, both of those. Yes or no? No? Yes. Amazing. Just the top one. Perfect. Make a vision board. Connect to sorry, my apologies. I was reading this card before finishing that one. Connect to crystals and watch a movie. Oh, like P.S. I love you. Oh, I'm going to revisit that one for sure. If you have any amazing movie recommendations, please put them down below. I'd really love to see that. Okay, make a vision board. For all of my clairvoyants, this is exciting. Pictures, using fabric, using maybe little gems, or charms, using jewelry, like using all of the things that make you happy when it comes to creating a vision board. I also sometimes, like, I'll just jump onto Canva and I'll go into Canva and I'll use all of the elements and get super creative on that. Make a vision board and make one that, like, brings you joy, I want to say. I know that that sounds obvious. I know it sounds obvious, but here's where it's not obvious. Sometimes we see people achieving things, or we know what's out there for us to achieve, and we say that we want it, right? Like, I've put myself in this position where I've wanted something and I've just thrown it up on my vision board. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like, it looks good, but it doesn't spark anything inside of me. So when you're making your vision board, or when you're considering things that you do want to incorporate in your life, or you do want to live into existence, really tune into how it makes you feel. Because when you have that emotional tie to something, even if it's just we need some spark of excitement behind the things that it is we desire. Because when we feel that excitement, when we feel that joy, we know that it really is something that speaks to our soul. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense. And I'm so happy that I was able to sit here and talk about that with you, because I just realized something so important about myself, and that was being victim of putting things on my vision board because I thought it looked good. But is it really something that I want? I don't know. So that's really interesting. I'm going to make a vision board with you guys. Yes, pile number 2s. Okay, connecting with crystals. And then I went back to watching a movie. I don't know. Maybe there is some connection to that. Maybe there is something about learning about crystals on YouTube, or learning about crystals on TikTok, finding someone that you feel really connected to. Maybe it's getting old crystals out, if it's jewelry or just pieces that you haven't looked at or admired in a little bit. I know this selenite wand, I keep this actually by my door, and I haven't looked at it or touched it in months, really. And today is the first day that I've picked it up and I've placed it on this desk for this reading, and it's so nice. I actually have a couple of other crystals here too. I have this this moonstone, rainbow moonstone, which I love. So yeah, so connecting with crystals and seeing what they communicate to you, if that's using your clairvoyance, using any intuitive aspect of yourself, holding it, getting still, closing your eyes if that's comfortable so you don't have any other visual distractions, and really tuning into what that stone is communicating to you or how it can help. That can be really fun for you over the next few weeks. Okay, so alrighty, this is fun. I didn't use this deck in the first pile. Let's take a look at what's going on with your friends and family over the next few weeks. Let's see what's happening there. This one. Okay, and that's it. Alrighty, let's go all upright. The Lookout. Aw, that's really cute. The bird's nest. I love that. Little spring flavor. Fated Meeting. It's really fun. Oh, that's so cool. I'm seeing for someone, maybe a few of you, there's a workout class that you're going to. You're going to meet a new friend in there. It's someone that you see pretty often, but in the next few weeks, you're going to feel comfortable just smiling. Hey, how was your day? Nice to see you again. The Lookout, someone's going to be sending you a message. I feel like you're going to be getting a surprise text. Someone's going to be getting a surprise message in some sort of inbox, maybe Facebook Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of the goodies. All of them just flooded, came flooding into my third eye. The Bird's Nest. Okay, so my eyes being pulled to Mama Robin coming and feeding her little chickadees, her little birdies. So I really get, maybe in the next few weeks, you're going to feel close to a parent. You're going to feel close to other friends, like friends helping friends, maybe parent or family helping each other. I do love these numbers. We have a 17 and a 7. These are very beautiful divine numbers. I'm not seeing any friction. Well, okay. For a lot of you, it looks like blue skies ahead. Really, really nice sunny days. Really nice relationships building in your life, new relationships coming in your life. The Lookout, I'm getting a bit of a feeling that there could be a bit of tension here. Maybe the person sending you a message is someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe the person sending you a text or a message is sending you something. I don't know. I just saw the little devil emoji, something that you're unsure of how to answer right away. Remember, you're on no one's clock but yours. You can take some time and actually consider what your response is. There's a lot of power spoken through words are very, very powerful. And it's important to really give time and to consider the words that we're using in communication with others as well as ourselves. So yeah, I'm seeing for a few of you, there could be moments of friction or tension or just unease and uncertainty. But for the most part, it's feeling like a lot of teamwork. It's feeling really happy, really joyful, things to laugh about. There will be some, how do I say, it's not headbutting at all, maybe a little bit, I'm not sure. This is coming up in the workplace, of course. I shouldn't say of course. Oh my gosh. But maybe at work, I say of course because those that we work with, a lot of people are hired for their skill. They're not necessarily hired for their personality or for their values, right? It's, can they get the job done? Yes. And then everyone moves forward. There might be a little bit of tension and headbutting at work, but overall, the next few weeks, I'm not seeing anything to be overly concerned about or on edge. You are walking on very, very firm ground. And yeah, like I said, overall, it feels pretty good. All right, Romance. Let's do, for my group number 2s, let's touch on romance for the singles first. Okay, so for the singles, what do we have in romance? Let go of control issues. Perfect. Playfulness. Okay, let's stop there. Playfulness is going to be absolute key. How can you be a little bit more playful with yourself? Just in terms of, for myself, okay, one thing I love, because I love communication, I really like to talk. I'm not going to say to myself but I do talk out loud while I'm by myself. But I talk to my angels, I talk to Jesus, I talk to God out loud all day long, all the time, like they're in physical form right beside me. I went out, I stepped out and I got dinner, and on my way home, it was pouring, but it's been one of those days where it's slightly sunny and then it gets cloudy and it just pours for 5 minutes and then it stops, or it pours for an hour and then it stops. And I got into the car laughing. I'm like, it's a good old Irish day. And so just this playfulness, having a playfulness around the things that you're experiencing is going to be really important for you over the next few weeks. And letting go of control issues, so do they like me? Are they going to message? Just let go of, I want to say, like, even just your hopes and possibly dreams around something, because I can guarantee if you have hoped for something, or you've dreamt it, or you've put it on a manifestation vision board, or you've prayed about it until you're purple in the face, or whatever the case is, God has already answered your prayers. He has already answered everything it is that you're looking for. So allow for the situation to unfold naturally, and just let go of the wondering of when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, so on and so forth. And if you're anything like me and you've been waiting for a relationship to come in for quite some time, trust me when I say I completely understand. But yeah, letting go of control issues is going to allow you to get into this playfulness even more. And I thank this pile because it's really resonating with me right now. Okay, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Being present, yes, and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. That's so exciting for the singles, especially over the next few weeks, because like we discovered at the top of the reading, what's happening for you spiritually is just nothing but expansion and ascension, and just getting closer to your divine truth, to your authentic self. So yes, it feels really, really good. It feels like there is a coming together. Fated meetings happening. This might not only necessarily be for, running into a new friend. This really could be about a romance as well. It's very exciting. Okay. So what is happening in romance over the next few weeks for those in a relationship for pile number 2? So no. Perfect. Oh, there's one more. Perfect. Okay, for those in a relationship, healing family issues. So, yes, healing from the past. This is so good. Okay, beautiful. Healing family issues and healing from the past. This really could be speaking to breaking family karmic cycles over the next few weeks. Buckle in. Don't be intimidated. It really is so much better than anything I could say or put into words right now, clearly. Yeah, healing from the past, just your romantic life right now, or those that you're dating, maybe you've been in a relationship for a while. Things will come up with this romantic partner that will really, really, really help you clear and cleanse any breaks and heal, clear, cleanse, and heal any breaks in this like long karmic line that we all have, DNA, energy, reincarnation, I love past life work. I don't know. I don't ever want to put myself in a box and say that past life work is my niche, because, you know, it's like reading energy as a whole is something I thoroughly enjoy doing, but I really, really do enjoy past life work. So I'll probably do some past life videos soon. What else do you have? Okay, children. Your love life is being affected by children. We have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So interesting. Both of these cards, the true love and the children, came up for pile number 1. And I believe, was it also in the already committed section? I'm not sure. But this separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. So, I mean, this could be as natural as someone going on a vacation, if it's for work, or maybe they have a trip planned with their friends. But I'm also seeing someone just asking for or giving a heads up to their partner that they're going to be taking more private time to themselves, like taking themselves out on a walk. Just getting clear and structured in your own energy right now is going to be very, very, very beneficial for you, extremely beneficial, and very strengthening. Just getting a bit of extra quiet time is going to be very strengthening for your spiritual growth this month. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And children. So I just saw someone checking a positive pregnancy test. So this could be something that comes up for you over the next few weeks. If this is something that you've been trying for a while, it's like, whew, congratulations. That's so exciting. I love that. Yeah. True love. I'm seeing this, and I'm really I'm recognizing, I mean, not only am I feeling just love going from the inside of me all the way out, but I'm just seeing love budding and getting so strong between you and your partner, and really just those that you really deeply love this month. It's really getting a lot stronger over the next few weeks. Okay. So we're going to finish off. I'm going to grab a card from the Animal Spirit deck to see if there's anything else you should anticipate to happen or come to pass. Be peace, Dove Spirit, number 21. Oh, I love Dove Spirit. For myself, I'm happy to share with you, but for myself, in my mind's eye, when I see a dove flying, it's very healing for me. It brings me a lot of peace and a lot of just calm and inner silence, just an inner knowing that everything is going to be okay. So yeah, I love that. I love that that's come up for you. I'll just grab a couple here. Okay, wonderful. We have a money sign, so you could expect maybe a little bit of extra finances coming in, some extra savings. We have the cherries. Ooh, is it cherry season yet? Okay, amazing. We have an octopus. So our 8 legs there. We have a fairy. And what is this? Aw, and we have a puppy paw. So expect for the next few weeks to feel especially loyal, and also playful, especially with the fairy spirit. If you're, if you really want to exercise your clairvoyance and just getting out in nature, open up your third eye and ask to see the fairy realm. They're very playful and very funny. Oh my gosh, this is amazing that it's right by a puppy foot. I remember there was this one day I went out on a walk, and I don't walk around the world with my third eye open, because that would probably, I don't know if it would exhaust me, but it would certainly distract me. And this one day I noticed a golden retriever playing, like just so sporadically and not really towards anything physical. And I thought, okay, that's really interesting. And I opened up my third eye, and there was this incredible little fairy playing with the dog. Like I could see her like scooping around this dog's head and like going to hide behind a tree. And everywhere the fairy moved, the dog like moved with her. So yeah, that was a good share. That was a funny story. That was a really funny day. That could be something that you're interested in the next few weeks. The cherries, and with the money, it's like I'm being brought to a jackpot machine. The next few weeks, it just feels really, really lucky. Really, really lucky for you. So keep your eyes open for opportunity, but don't strain yourself because I feel like this luck is just going to naturally fall into your lap, naturally come to you. And then we have the octopus. You're gonna have your hands in a couple of different pots, but you have the energy to do it. You do have the energy and the resources to do it. So just enjoy yourself, have fun, try new things, and really just be you, always. But yeah, be you and just enjoy your life. There you have it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed that. And I'm really, really excited for you and what the next little bit of time has in store for you. Of course, this is a timeless reading. Feel free to subscribe if you would like, and I look forward to sitting with you again. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, for those of you that chose pile number 3 with the groundhog spirit, time to let go, let's go ahead and get into your energy check. So where you've been in the last few weeks, just so that you know that this is the right group for you. So with the groundhog spirit, time to let go. The first thing that was impressed in my third eye was cleaning up your physical space. Maybe you felt really inspired to do some decluttering, to donate, to get rid of the old, to really do like a full deep clean. Deep cleaning, your space, your living space, your room, maybe even your car. I'm seeing someone going through photos, getting rid of old photos, going through their computer, just letting go of whatever didn't feel energetically sound or just didn't feel like it aligned with where you were going. This is something that you could have been entirely conscious of, or it was just something that you felt you needed to do and you just did it. But maybe a little less aware of all of the energetic benefits that those decisions held for you. I'm just seeing number 31, which comes down to a 4, which is all about our structure and setting a foundation. And I feel like the last few weeks, you've done an amazing job for setting yourself up for really great success in all of the different areas of your life for the weeks to come. Oh, okay. That's amazing. So it's just us. We're going to move on. Let's go ahead and see what you can expect for the month ahead. This is the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. I absolutely love this deck. There's 2 more and 1 more. Perfect. Okay, so what is coming up for you over the next few weeks? Suffering in silence in reverse. The waiting game. Triumph and success in reverse. Okay, so I'm hearing, let's just put that one upright. So with reversals, I read reversals in a couple of different ways. Sometimes it is an indicator for me to really pay attention to the energy or the messages of that card. Sometimes it is letting me know the opposite is recurring. And so on and so forth. Sometimes I take reversals, or sometimes I'm just directed to bring them upright like I did there, and that's how we're going to leave it. So this waiting game is really standing out to me right now. It's kind of like you've been in this energy of putting all of your ducks in a row and doing really fantastic things for your spiritual growth, for your personal journey and path, and now you're in this time of waiting to see your seeds blossom, right? It's like reaping your rewards. Uh, and what I just heard, I saw the Empress card in my third eye, and it's kind of like this message of it isn't quite August yet. You know, in August, where the farmers will go out to the fields and they'll start really reaping what they've sown. They've worked so hard all summer long, and now their fruits have come to fruition, and they start gathering their fruits or rolling their hay. So what this is telling us is there's just a little bit more time to pursue all of the good things that you have been putting in motion. Keep going with where you're going. It is everything that you desire is coming to fruition, but just not yet. It has a little bit more of the Knight of Pentacles feel. So it's a little more slowly moving, but the great thing is right now the energy behind it and the passion behind the things you're doing are very divine. They're in their fullness. Okay, of course, patience and planning. Power, hope. That came up in pile number 2, as well as accelerated motion and disruption. So our disruption is the Tower card in the original tarot. Triumphant success. This is our Ace of Swords. So over the next few weeks, you're going to notice that you have maybe ideas that you've had or things you've wanted to get into motion are going to clarify or become more clear in how it is you would like to pursue these ideas to their fullness. So this is where this is coming from. You're going to just be careful. And this isn't in a warning sense. There isn't a single message that I will ever deliver to spark any fear, okay? But just be mindful, I suppose, is the languaging I want to use. Be mindful of anything that feels especially sticky, I want to say. Why are we going down that route right now? If it oh, thank you. So anything that feels really sticky, just be mindful of that. You know, so often we find ourselves in these situations where we want to see results and we're working hard towards something, and it feels like the pedal is to the metal through and through, and we don't want to stop. When things feel really sticky, before they collapse, like the Tower does, like this Tower card in the tarot, before they collapse and before, you know, things start hitting the fan, this, that, and the other, take that stickiness or take that lack of progression, I suppose, as a clear indicator that now is not the time. Now is not the time. Remember, right? It's not quite August. It's not quite that time for the fruits of our labor to be collected. So just be really mindful about how much or how severe you're pushing for something to happen, and you'll want to back off just a little bit over the next little bit. With our patience, I'm like, again, I'm surprised coming back to patience and planning, because this is every message that has come through. I'm like, oh yeah, you popped up in this reading. Patience and planning. So funny and so perfect. Yeah, it's, you know, you're in motion and you're doing the things, but how can you maybe clarify a little bit more? How can you tighten up your process? I want to use the word streamline. How can you streamline a little bit more? There's been a project that I've been working on, oh gosh, for months now. I work at a golf course and I manage the leagues and events. And this is my first summer managing leagues and events. And it has taken months to streamline what it is that I'm doing and sending out with another coworker. And it's so funny because every single week it's the exact same schedule, but every single week we find different ways to, I don't want to say make it better, but make it easier to remember things or feel more comfortable and confident in the position that we're sitting in. So just a little bit of patience and a little bit of planning is going to go a very, very long way over the next few months. And remember that it's okay to take the time and to plan, because we're not supposed to get things right out of the gate. It's almost like the motto for the next month, or the motto for the next few weeks is, um, oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. It is all in the journey and not the destination. Classic. In this time, I see that you're really going to be stepping into this power, this personal power, in this confidence, in this newfound strength and inner ability you have to stick to things, and to streamline and to just fine tune how you spend your time throughout the day. This is feeling really career and I want to say like creative based. It's very interesting, but it's also like it can also go into every other area of your life, which is just so fascinating. There's a lot of, okay, so hope. I was about to say there's a lot of hope here, but that's not what I want to say. I feel like, and then here it's also clarified, if visually, if we were to get rid of what the cards actually say down below, I'm really getting the sense that you've wished on a star, or you've really, really, really put your hopes and your dreams into motion. Of course, hope, motion, in being really clear about what it is you want. Haha. And now the planning and the patience is coming around, and the letting go of, this is so cliche, but I'm going to say it anyways, letting go of how you think it should happen. And the reason why I say that is because actually in pile number 2, we were talking about vision boards, and I may have confessed that sometimes I see something that looks like something I should have, something I want, something I desire, and I can put it on my vision board and it's just kind of there. I don't have an emotional excitement about it or an energetic tie to it. So these things that you're hoping for and wishing for, and letting go of how you think it should look or how you think it should come in, and giving your life or your projects or your desires that breathing space right now, it's really going to help you understand what aspects of those dreams really would make your soul happy, and then what aspects of those dreams are most appropriate for you to just let go entirely, to create that space in that room for having your wishes fulfilled to the fullest. It's almost like you're putting together a puzzle, and these pieces are going into a puzzle, but you have a couple of pieces that you're like, no, this piece is for my puzzle, but it's not quite fitting. So let go of a couple of things, really. I want to say you believe are supposed to be yours or should be yours, because something else is trying to come in for you. Let's actually go to this deck next. So what else is happening over the next few weeks for pile number 3? Ooh, beauty. Motivation, love that. And healthcare change. Amazing. Okay. I like to move it. I like to move it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it really obvious to say it's time to move a little bit more? You may be feeling really motivated to get into the gym, or just to move your body in some way. I feel like, oh yeah, I could experience it from head to toe. I could really feel you taking the time right now to just relax and to breathe. Like a yoga class might be a fantastic idea, something to look into, something to really enjoy. Getting outside for walks, really feeling motivated to take care of yourself. I feel like you've really been working hard at getting all of your, ducks in a row and like doing the cleansing, doing the purging, doing the spiritual work, setting up your vision boards, really putting things into motion with what you want to manifest, really thinking to yourself about, where you want your romantic life to be, or calling in a romantic partner. Now is the time where over the next little bit, you're really going to feel motivated to make any changes you want, but in a relaxed kind of way. I'm hearing easy like Sunday morning. Oh, if you haven't listened to that song in a while, which I haven't, I'm definitely going to turn that on when I finish recording this pile. I love that song. That is your like go-to track over the next few weeks. Easy like Sunday morning. Also with the healthcare change, really to just circle back around, now is the time, like, breathe. Now is the time to breathe. I'm really getting drawn back to that. So I think it is a focus that I'm being asked to come back to, and to make sure that there is clarity around that. And, all giggling and lightheartedness aside, breathe, breathe and breathe. Breathe into the diaphragm. Get yourself into this rest and digest state. I'm watching you walking around in this fight or flight mode for far too long. If you have an opportunity to go on vacation, to take a bit of time off of work, to maybe extend your weekends once or twice over the next few weeks, that would be extremely helpful for you. Healthcare change, really focusing on the breath and doing something that is going to calm you. I'm just seeing like a lot of nerves, a lot of anxiety, a lot of just overall anxiousness is coming up. So getting outside actually will be very helpful for you now as well. I need to take a sip of water, so I'm gonna do that. The other thing that's coming up is just recognizing that in this previous energy, there's been so much focus on how things can change on the outside, and now moving forward, it's how can you adjust and realign things happening on the inside for you. Okay, so speaking of, let's look at the self-care deck. Okay, these are popping out. Take a walk, build strength. So that's double confirmation. And okay, and I'm hearing both of these too. Family, aw, and spend time with animals. Yes, please. I need to spend more time with animals. Pet as many dogs as I can find on my walks. Oh, that's a good idea. So go for a walk and ask to pet dogs if, you intuitively feel like they're friendly. And you can pet them and say hi. This is amazing. Okay, so all of these cards are really communicating a lot of clairvoyant clarity is coming in. I love this heart here on her hand. Spending time with family in the next few weeks. Father's Day is right around the corner, so that's good. Maybe you have an opportunity to call up a cousin or call up a sibling that you haven't spoken to in a while. Spending time with family, and as you spend time with family, really share how much you care for them, or just share a funny story, allowing for a lightheartedness to come into play. Again, building strength. This can be physical strength for you this month. This could be emotional strength. It could be intuitive strength. But that saying, you're stronger than you think you are, is coming up. And right now I'm just seeing like the rest period physically for a lot. For a lot of it, physically, like the rest period is done, and now it's time to get back into moving the body. And there's just so much yellow that's coming up as well. And that is tied into our solar plexus and just building that inner confidence, that inner strength and physical strength. Very, very important over the next little bit. Okay, so I'm being drawn to the animal deck for your friends and family. What can you expect to happen with friends and family over the next few weeks? That one wants to put, your cards are very jumpy. This is exciting. Spirit has a plan and magic works through you. Okay, so instantly right off the hop here, Spirit has a plan. If you've been feeling lonely, or if you've been feeling like you want more friends, more people that you can relate to right now, I do see new people coming in. In fact, I'm seeing like a lot of new people coming in. You could be building a new community from the ground up. Your social media could really grab on to some traction, and new followers could be coming to you. But a new community, new friends, those are certainly on the horizon, and they are coming through plentiful. When it comes to magic works through you, I'm really seeing for the next few weeks, you're that friend that people can turn to, that feel really comfortable just opening up to you and talking to you, and just counting on you to be that ear that they can speak into. You have a very nurturing presence. You're an excellent listener. You have a very strong foundation when it comes to listening and not jumping too quickly to give advice. You have that wisdom inside of you that lets you know and, reassures you that people also have that power within them to find the advice. You might notice actually that when you do give advice this month or in the next little bit, that what it is you do share, what it is you do say is almost profound. You might be taken aback by the things that come out of your mouth. Your communication as a whole is also strengthening this month. And it really is between you and your family and your friends. Magic works through you. It's like this beautiful divine energy is working through you over the next little bit. And I'm hearing it's going to be life-changing. So that's extremely exciting. Very, very exciting. Let's go and look at the Romance Angels deck. So for everyone who's single, what is it that you can expect? Or what is it that you need to know coming in for you over the next few weeks? Okay. Separation. I instantly heard for this separation of old ways of being, old ways of looking at relationships. It's identifying and knowing your worth. It's almost like all of this cleansing, all of this purging that you've done has, I want to say, upgraded you in a sense where you understand how incredibly amazing you are, and there's less standing in your way. So it's this separation. What I'm really clearly picking up on is you used to be one way in terms of relationships, romance in general, and now you're a different way, and it's more confident, it's really powerful, and it's something and someone you're truly proud of being. Forgiving and learning. This seed of forgiveness, I am also hearing acceptance. First, find acceptance over things that have happened in order to really settle yourself into forgiveness. Accept that things were the way that they were, but also understand once, I'm hearing like, okay, starting from the top, and a card fell. So just a second here. Okay, and that's funny. So letting go of control issues. I'm going to take that as just letting myself continue with this flow state and speaking. Yeah, so this forgiveness and acceptance. First accept and then forgive and then move on, because every minute of every day brings us something different and we're constantly changing. And if we're constantly changing, it means everyone and everything else is constantly changing. Letting go of control issues, that's going to be an important one over the next few weeks. I concur. This is something that also popped up in the last reading as well. I mean, I love reading for others, but I am also comfortable in saying, let's call a spade here, okay? And I can take some of these messages too. So letting go of control issues, allowing this situation to unfold naturally. So the situation of being single, maybe putting yourself out there, looking for romance, being open to romance. It will come, darling, and it will happen when it is meant to happen. And then the last card here, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So maybe addictions as in overthinking situations. Addictions could be to anything physical, if it's, anything that we look to bring us happiness outside of ourselves, as opposed to finding that joy and that love and happiness inside of ourselves. Codependency behaviors, counting on someone else to bring us our joy before ourselves. Okay, now for those in a relationship, for pile number 3, here's one more. Let's see what's coming for you in the next few weeks. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So this was in regards to maybe a couple of things, but I was first given the impression that you're wondering if your partner is going to propose or if this is the one. Just trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. Next, we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Aw, I see a road trip for you and your partner coming up, and like listening to music, windows down, singing, laughing, sharing stories, peeling back more layers over the next little bit. It doesn't necessarily feel like this is a new relationship for this person I'm speaking to, but it certainly feels like there's that energy of freshness surrounding you right now. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay. Next date night, leave your phones at home. I'm also seeing turning off the TV when you're at home chatting with each other, getting into some sort of routine with one another where you just have each other's undivided attention. I feel like undivided attention is something you can both really use as an anchor right now. Yeah. It's time to disconnect from the world. Just not really leaning into other people's opinions or even like other media sources, really. Yeah. And turn off the news. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Like, turn off the news when you're catching up at the end of the day. Turning on some really beautiful music instead. Stay optimistic about your love life. For anyone going through any heartache or any, disappointments lately, and maybe someone you love, someone you are in partnership with isn't feeling well. I'm seeing someone's been sick or not doing so well. Stay optimistic. Stay optimistic about their healing. Yeah. I'm seeing someone, I'm just being shown like someone coughing, and I feel like there's a leg injury as well. They're going to feel better. They're going to feel better, and they're going to feel a lot happier. In the next 2 to 3 months, they're going to feel better. It was very, very specific. What else? Where else are we going to go? Okay, so is there anything else you should anticipate to happen or come to fruition, come to pass for the month ahead, for the next few weeks ahead? Let's see, pile number 3. Top card. Ooh, realization, number 3. We have this girl like standing in this keyhole looking out to her future. But it feels really calm. It feels really peaceful. I need to say, like, nature this month is going to be absolutely just so healing and so helpful for you, and will just really allow you to be at ease, to feel calm, to lower your anxiety, to help you stay optimistic. My eye just went to. Let's pull some charms. Okay, lots of charms. Oh, okay. So we have a sunflower. This is very divine. We have a puppy paw. Puppy paw came up in pile number 2. And a star. Okay, your accelerated motion. Your dreams really are coming in so much faster than anticipated, but it's still just a little bit of time, just a little bit of breathing space, a little bit of breathing space. We have a blue flamingo. That's exciting. So find balance. Find balance. Remember, I was saying you have beautiful wisdom inside of you for really listening to those in your life. Blue is in regards to the throat chakra, and it will really help balance out that listening and that speaking. We have a daisy. This is very divine healing. So you are going to go through a lot of healing over the next few weeks. Take Epsom salts baths. Those salts are really great at drawing out just toxins and old energetic debris from the physical body. Again, fresh air, get outside to nature. We have a swallow, freedom and peace, freedom and peace, and we have a beautiful feather. So I feel a lot of picking up on a lot of divine support right now, a lot of comfort, a lot of nurturing, and then the sunflower, also a very spiritual symbol. It always follows the sun. So always listen to your intuition right now and trust in it and follow it. Oh, that's really beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed spending time with you today. Feel free, you're welcome to subscribe, and I look forward to sitting with you again in future. Thank you. Bye-bye.